Have you ever had one of those moments where your ego just vanishes? Maybe it happened during a wild trip, a powerful ritual, or a moment of deep connection with someone you really trust. Or maybe it was the exact opposite. You were totally alone, and suddenly the edges of you got fuzzy like you were dissolving into thin air. Here's the wild part. Your ego isn't really you. But it's not fake either. It's something stranger, a real-time pattern. Imagine this. Every breath you take is mixing with the breath of everyone around you, not just air but actual molecules, CO2, pheromones, little hints of who you are drifting out and blending with the world. It's not just oxygen and carbon dioxide out. It's information. It's art. Your ego is like a painting that appears in this invisible cloud, shaped by every single breath, every person in the room, every shared moment. Your ego isn't a fixed thing. It's not a mask you wear, and it's not some deep, hidden, true self either. It's more like a shape your higher dimensional self takes, your 4D self, when it moves through this field of shared breath. Every time you're near someone, your boundaries blur just a little, your patterns shift. Alone, in a crowd, on a mountaintop, it's always changing. That's why you feel different around different people. Why your ego seems to puff up when you're in a crowd, or quietly vanish when you're alone in nature. Why psychedelics, deep breathwork, or even a sudden wave of awe can feel like ego death. You're not destroying anything, you're just tuning out the interference pattern. The projector's still running, but the image goes fuzzy. The field gets quiet. But here's a warning. If you try to transcend your ego without understanding this pattern, you just end up building a new, more stubborn ego, this time around the idea that you don't have one. That's spiritual narcissism, the most complicated ego pattern of all. It's sneaky, and it happens to the best of us. Ever notice those tingles running down your spine when something just feels true? That's not nothing. That's your body catching a shift in the pattern. It's your deeper self brushing up against a moment of real coherence, real alignment, with something bigger underneath all the noise. So here's what I want you to remember. Your ego isn't fake, it's not permanent, and it's not a problem to solve. It's a living pattern, a breath-form signature that responds to your environment, your relationships, your awareness. The next time your ego changes shape, when it feels big or small or suddenly invisible, don't fight it. Get curious. Ask yourself, who am I resonating with right now? What pattern am I forming? Because you are not your ego. You are the pattern maker.